even if I do have the cash to do it.
But
You know
see,
what I'm saying?
what I don't think you see, Pat, is I think that people that are in your position, most of the people that are in your yeah, just woke up. Position think like you, and that's how they got in the position that they're in. They don't frivolously spend. This clip right here, man. Okay, so this one, it says some women are dangerous, and so I'm gonna let her explain, and then we
And
can talk about it.
my boyfriend and I agreed to kill my husband's manhood. So it will be
What?
like his manhood is not working. It's not me who is denying him of sex. Yes. So we agreed.
So you did this to avoid other people's involvement.
Yes,
so
exactly.
He is not performing.
He
it
is
is
not
not you who
performing.
is disagreeing.
Exactly. It's not me who is denying him sex. It's not me who is being the bad wife, but it is him whose manhood is
It's
not
not
working.
working.
We do.
What did you do to kill his manhood?
My boyfriend took me somewhere, and then I was given a concussion to put in his drink. Then after his manhood goes off,
It goes off.
and then he drank it,
And that's it. And it
and
worked.
it worked.
So
and it's
since
been like
then
that
till now,
for 3 years.
is he still looking for solutions?
Yes, he
Wait a
goes
minute.
to hospital
Hold on.
taking
Stop.
drugs
What
and all,
am I
but I
hearing?
know where the problem is coming from.
Yeah, I can't stop it. I'll have to. Oh yeah, I can. All right. Yeah, I want to play the rest of it, but yeah. So she went and got some, concoction to give to her husband so that he can't get it up, and she did that so that she could get a divorce. She didn't want to be with him no more. But instead of just trying to leave and have a divorce, she wanted it to be a clean cut divorce where she wouldn't have problems with the family, and she could be like, "Hey, I'm young, this guy, he's not performing sexually, so I want to move on."
But I mean,
So
is that because I mean, I know nowadays you can get a divorce for nothing, but I'm like, and that's that like that. I guess that's my biggest problem is that like, look, if you don't want to be there, you just say, all right, you know what? Like we have inconsolable, what they call it, inconsolable differences or whatever.
yeah, but
And
this in the United States, it's a lot friendlier to divorces, but in other countries around the world,
all right, so what country is this?
I don't know, but she has an African accent, so it's somewhere over
Well,
there.
I hear that, but I still assume that they were here. So, all right,
No, they're
that's
somewhere. They're over there.
okay.
Who eventually leave and marry this young man?
That was the idea. That eventually I will seek for divorce. Then when he calls people to sit, family and pastors and all that to sit on the matter, I'll tell them that he's not performing. And
That's
I'm
right.
young and I need to be satisfied. Then I will move on.
This was your plan.
That was my
You
plan.
eventually will seek for divorce.
Yes.
And use his non-performance or impotence as a reason you
As
are
a
leaving the
reason to
marriage.
leave him. Yes.
When you could have equally seek for divorce even when he wasn't impotent, or that would
On
have been
what
difficult
premise?
to prove. On what premise?
Yes. So this is it.
So this is a stronger premise.
This is it.
He's not performing, he's impotent.
Exactly.
And I am still young.
I am still young and very energetic and sexually active.
So he is a sacrificial lamb.
He is.
For your love.
For my love.
And for this young man, aren't you scared of this young man who agreed with you to destroy your husband? Aren't you scared of him?
I wasn't because I was in love. I'm actually in love with him. We were in love.
Even now,
I am in love with him. But the table is turning right now.
What is happening?
And
now?
that is what is troubling me right now.
What is the trouble now?
After all that we've been through, after all that he made me do, both of us, now he's telling me he's found love. Yes, he's found love and he's getting married. And he wants to call it quits. And I'm not letting him go. Yes. So right now, I'm also thinking whether to give him the same medicine, the same dose I give to my boyfriend, and I agreed to kill my husband.
She's scandalous.
that's bro.
And isn't that how things happen when you do these horrible things like this? It always comes back around like this. It
Was
always
see
does.
my thing is like like if you really had the moral compass to what I'm saying because all right let's just say they ran off, they cheated or whatever, like, and we using the words love, what I'm saying, love, a bigger action of love would have been like, look, you need to go home to your husband and fix this. Y'all need to, like, y'all need to work this out. Look, I can't be a part of this. I shouldn't have done what I've done so far, but I can't go any further with you. And this is what's going on. Like, really, like, I don't know how people are able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you you this woman is married. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what it might mean to this person, that person, whatever, to me, it still means something. So it's like, unless you and this person have an agreement where you can go and do your thing, it's like, or, it's just a quiet hush hush, you go and get something, but you're going to bring your ass back home and have some food set for me, and you ain't trying to fuck up my loins. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to still, like, this woman is not good for anybody, bro.
And that dude is scandalous too. I mean, the guy that she's, the side dude.
Yeah. I mean, because look, if that snatch is that damn good, I mean, I'm afraid. I'm scared. Like, I look, look. I want to be in something good, but for me, like, if it's really fucking your mind up like that, like, bro, we like men, we have to be way more responsible. That we ain't just because we can get it, don't mean we should be jumping up in it.
Yeah, man, that's so crazy. Like this story right here is crazy as hell. Like,
Cause we know they way more emotional than we are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they, what I'm saying? Like, if we allow it, if we stand with them on it, a lot of times they're gonna roll with it because, okay, it'll get them out of the situation that they feel they locked into. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you decide you want to get married. Look, you need to, you bold enough to go through all the whole process of getting married. And if you don't want to be with this man, look, allow him to go live a life too.
yeah, don't destroy his life out of your selfishness. That is so crazy. Like, and then how do you protect yourself from this? So this is your wife, and you don't expect her to be poisoning you.
No, this is a person that you don't trust. You entrusted, like, with your life. This man that she's trying to do this to, like, even though he might be seeing some problems or whatever, he's probably overlooked it, and he's at some point trying to say, like, this is my wife. I gotta stand with her. Like, me, I honestly feel like men are more stable with the relationship. Like, I mean, we'll sit there with that woman for the next 20, 30, 40 years because we said I do with this person than a woman, because a woman, she, like, if she dissatisfied with a lot of stuff, she ready to go, and she feel like she's been taken advantage of, or like, no, you decided for, like, you, like, I nobody drug you across that broom. You know what I'm saying? Like, we jumped the broom together, but somehow you've been taken advantage of.
It's
Like,
so scary to me because those domestic situations are the scariest stuff. Because, like I said, I don't know how do you protect yourself from this? Like, maybe the husband, maybe he didn't do anything wrong. It was just that she wanted somebody else or whatever.
insatiability, which I find to be very common with a lot of modern day women. Like, they don't know what makes them happy, and all of the dreams and all these things in their mind that they feel is supposed to make them happy. And when actual real life happens, like,
And what
now
kind of life?
they're now
What
they're on a new search for whatever the next big, the next exciting
right?
thing.
Exactly. So, what kind of life are you going to have if you're living that way? Like, do you want stability or do you want good sex? Because you may not be able to get both, you know, sex with young men or whatever it is. Like, so, but what's important to you? Like, how are you going to live? Like, how is your life going to be? Like, she's destroying that man's life and she's destroying her own life.
Much more than I mean, really, hers has already been ruined, and the man that chooses her or goes down this road with her ends up being, you know, more hurt throughout the whole thing because they're the one, like, they believe that this woman is in it for the long run, but like, she's the track star. What was that song go? You know what I'm saying? Like, she's there for a moment, but then before you know it, like, she thinks like she's trying to find her way out after she's got herself tied in. She done went this far. She think, oh, she done, because what's the biggest dream that most girls have?
To get married.
The wedding, not the marriage. Because the marriage and the wedding, it's the big fancy wedding. Now, once they get the wedding, because they haven't really thought so much about marriage, what marriage is. The marriage is not the thing that they dream about. It's the wedding.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. This story right here, I was listening to this. I listened to it twice, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And you could feel the energy of the guy who was interviewing her. You
Yeah,
know,
he like, this bitch is evil.
yeah, you could feel his energy. He was trying not to be too hard on her because he wanted to get her story out. But he's like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Uh,
So you killed his
you,
manhood. And then at the end,
yeah, yeah.
you can hear the pleasure in his voice too when she told the part of how now he doesn't want to be with me, and I'm thinking about doing it to him. He's like, hmm?
Yes. And bro, man, it's horrible, bro. Like, I mean, and
That's why
honestly, I feel
knowing
like
people's history. That's why
this is another infection that comes from the liberal side of our ideology. Is that you can have your cake and eat it too. Like, like, it's okay to waste people's time, and like, you can, all this marriage stuff, like, I mean, what's the big deal? Or, oh yeah, no, yeah, we'll give you a divorce, no problem. Like, the whole idea, like, I mean, honestly, because I feel like as humans, like, we're probably not meant to be with the same person for our entire life. But there needs to
I,
be more honesty about that.
and and knowing a little bit about somebody's history. Like I saw a story about, it was a guy, it was a lady. Oh, I think I played that in the show where it was like the lady. She was sad. Um, okay, here, this is how it goes. She met a guy. She has kids. She met a good guy who was willing to take care of the kids, and he was a good guy, and all of this. And when she was there at his house, her ex came and started stealing gasoline out of the new guy's car. And so the guy broke up with her after that because he was like, I can't be with somebody who, had a relationship with somebody like that. So,
Yes,
the person
but
that you was with kind of reveals some things about you, you know? Like if you was
it
willing to have kids with this person that's willing to do
that's yeah.
something retarded
Not
like
not
this.
Now that's a bigger point to me.
Yesterday I
Yeah.
covered a story about the police pulling over this guy who was blind, and they said he had a gun, but it was his walking stick, and they could clearly see it was a walking stick, and they freaking detained him anyway. Basically harassed this guy.